everyone. It's your big sister Chiquis, and you've reached my personal voicemail box for the Dear Chiquis podcast. I'm here to give you advice on anything and everything you need help with, whether you're going through a breakup or having issues with your family, or maybe you have a question about my personal life. Whatever the case is, I want to hear from you. Remember, these are my thoughts and my opinions, and if you're suffering from a serious issue or hardship, you should seek help from a qualified professional. All right, now go ahead and leave your message at the sound of the beep.
Hi, Chiquis. I hope you're having a great day. I just want to start off by saying that I am a first-time mommy. I'm 6 months postpartum, and I recently had an important conversation with my husband, and I expressed my feelings on how we've been prioritizing our daughter since she was born and have forgotten about our marriage. I've told him that we haven't had sex and he hasn't been affectionate towards me, and he pretty much told me, do you want me to tell you in a harsh way or in a nice way? And he's the type to say things how they are and not think that the way he says them might hurt the other person. So he told me that he finds me less attractive, that I've gained weight, that I haven't been the same since we first started dating 7 years ago. So I can't help but to feel insecure now and feel like I'm forcing sex, and I just don't want it to be forced. He pretty much gave me an ultimatum. But what advice could he give me? Because I feel like I'm stuck.
Oh my goodness. My anonymous listener. Okay. Men, not all men, but I feel like a lot of men don't understand what us women go through, especially a woman that carried a baby for 9 months. Your body changes, your hormones change. It takes your body a year at least to get back to quote unquote normal. And then again, you probably won't ever be the same because you have just given life to his child. You have given him the best gift ever. And look, I appreciate the honesty from him because he could have lied. But I just feel like it's very inconsiderate of him. I hope that you've tried to explain to him what postpartum is. If not, have him hopefully like Google it and read on how true this is. And of course, you're going to gain weight. Of course, because you just had a baby. Look, I think you should definitely put yourself first. Of course, you have a child. I think it is important. I'm glad that you brought it up. Like, hey, things have changed. Like, you're not as affectionate with me, et cetera, like since we had our daughter, because it is important to make sure you cater to your relationship and not forget about that. But if he's not willing to do his part, and just because you've gained some weight and understand that it's gonna take some time, then I think you also need to start thinking about what your future may look like without him if things don't change. Try having another conversation with him and letting him know that, yes, you do your part as well. Like now you're going to start feeling a little better and doing whatever you can energy wise to, get on the treadmill and start losing weight. Like you have to do your part, for yourself first and foremost, but you also want to be with the person that's going to love you through thick and thin, literally. Okay. And that's going to really understand you and your process and appreciate you more than anything. I'm not telling you to leave this person because you just had a baby with them, but I don't know. I don't know if he's the right person, because if he was, he would be there with you, holding you and doing what he can to make you feel better because you just gave him the best gift ever. Priceless. And I'm disappointed in him, to be honest. And I don't want you to feel bad or feel like, oh, so I did something wrong. Like, no, like this dude, no. I hope you don't feel bad and don't question yourself as a woman. You need a more supportive partner, and he needs to get his shit together, to be honest. I'm sending you a big ass hug. You got this. Do what you can to make yourself feel better. And Yael, try checking his phone too. Sorry. I don't know. I have this feeling. Okay. Anyways, I'm not trying to put things in your head. I'm just like, I don't know. This doesn't feel right in my heart, but I could be wrong. Anyways, thank you for your question. Okay. I'm sending you all the positive vibes. Okay. So let's move on to the next question that comes from Alex.
Hi, girl. I'm a huge fan. I listen to your music, your podcast. I see everything. But my question to you is, I lost my mom about 3 years ago to cancer, and I thought I was at a good spot. I am at a good spot. I've accepted everything, and I'm happy that she's not in this world suffering from her disease anymore. But recently, my dad has moved on and he has a partner, and I'm really struggling to grasp with that reality now. And it's kind of like stirred up new emotions that I didn't even know were there. I thought I was over it. I'm very happy for him, but I feel like some resentment. I feel like I've been putting him at a distance. I just feel like supporting him any further would kind of be like backstabbing my mom. So I just wanted to see what you would recommend for me in my situation. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Alex. I hear the pain in your voice, and it actually made my, I don't know, my eyes are getting watery because I can hear the pain in your voice. But look, Papa, I know that you feel like I need to defend my mom. I have to have her back, and I can't let this new person in or support my dad, because that's kind of like you said, turning my back on my mom, but that's not the case. And I know this is hard. I know it's hard, but what I've realized is that men can't be alone. No saben estar solos. And you can't hold that against your dad. It's going to take some time. And I think that you should start by first, not, if you don't want to welcome her into your heart yet, or get to know her or any of that yet, that I respect that. And I think you need to do that when you're ready. But I definitely feel that you need to start praying for strength and understanding and wisdom to understand also that your dad does need a partner, and it's okay, because your mom is in heaven and she's in a better place, and she's probably super happy, and she probably has a boyfriend of her own in heaven. And it's okay for your dad. He's not doing anything wrong. And I feel like if you don't find it in your heart to support him, it's going to cause more space, more distance between you guys. And then that's ultimately going to hurt you. It's kind of like leaning into your dad, and that's the parent that you have here, and loving him and supporting him through this decision is definitely going to take a weight off your shoulders, and also a weight off his. So it's going to take time. Don't force it. Don't pressure yourself to do anything that you don't want to do. But just know that your mom is fine, and I'm sure she's happy for your dad, because she wants him to be happy, ultimately. I truly believe that. So again, just take your time and have a conversation with your dad. I know it's probably difficult, but just tell him, it hurts my feelings for my mom, but I want to be there for you. And, just if you can just also give me grace in my process. But hopefully that helps. And I'm like, oh, I want to hug you right now. I want to hug you. Keep me updated. Let us know what you decided, but don't feel like you're doing anything to backstab your mom, because that's not the case. I'm pretty sure she wants your daddy to be happy. Okay. Okay, guys. Next question comes from Natalia.
Hi, Chiquis. I literally love you. I'm currently on episode 6 of Chiquis sin filtro. I had to pay for the subscription just to watch your TV show, but I do it all over again. So my question for you is, I am watching on the TV show that, you drink with your girlfriends at your concerts. I've also been to one of your concerts as well. And you were pretty wasted at the concert. I still had so much fun though. So my question is, how do you consume that amount of alcohol without even looking like you do? When I drink, I need like a full week to recover, but your skin is flawless. It's clear. It's beautiful. Your body is tea. So how do you maintain your appearance, your figure, while still consuming alcohol? Because we all know that alcohol is not the greatest for our bodies, but how do you do it so well? I love you. Bye.
Oh, Natalia, you're so cute. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support and your love. This is a great question because this is something I've been battling with for a long time. Because the truth is that for a long time I didn't drink as much, and then I started getting on stage, and then I really, really, really liked tequila. I'm not the type of girl to drink like sweet drinks or anything like that. I kind of drink like a dude. So I think that's why I'm able to kind of hold my own, and I drink a lot of water in between. So I, again, straight up tequila, a shot taker, and that helps me with not gaining that much weight. Although alcohol does stop you from burning fat for 48 hours, I believe it is, after you consume it. So yes, it's not the best for our bodies. It's not the best for our brains. And this is why I've been struggling, because I'm like, I know this, but I like how I feel temporarily. But then I'm like, I need to love myself more because long term, it's not good for me. That's a whole other conversation, a whole other episode that we'll get into. But definitely drink a lot of water in between. Before you go to sleep, is one thing I do. I take my multivitamin and a vitamin B12, and that helps me just, nourish my body while I'm sleeping, and I feel better. It's rare when I have a hangover. And I think as far as me looking like I'm not that drunk, it's because here's a secret. In my bottle, especially on stage, because I want to be present as much as possible, I water down my tequila. So I'm drinking tequila, but I water it down so I can hydrate myself at the same time. And of course, I have my little bottle of water there. So I think more than anything, it's staying hydrated and, knowing like what your limit is. And then I try not to drink every day unless for work, I'm like, okay, it's kind of part of my job. So I kind of have to, because I have to have fun with you guys. But during the week and stuff like that, I'm not like a huge, huge drinker. I'll have a drink here and there. But yeah, my long-term goal, short-term goal, long-term forever, or I don't know. Again, we'll get into it later, but I want to stop drinking completely. Yeah, I know. How? I don't know because I love tequila. But anyways, thank you for your question, Natalia. And yeah, hydrate, girl. Hydrate and drink your multivitamins. Very important. Okay, last question, guys, comes from Sasha.
Hi, Chiquis. Just want to say that you've been a really big inspiration to me. I read like both of your books within like 2 weeks of each other, and I just want to say thank you for, being my inspiration. You've kind of been helping me try and let go to, forgive some people, but I kind of just wanted some advice. I feel like I've forgiven my mom, but I feel like I haven't. So my mom was addicted to drugs, and she was in and out of my life a lot, and, wasn't really there for me growing up. And I just had my dad and my brothers, and I feel like I have forgiven her, but at the same time I haven't, just because I feel like I'm mean to her sometimes for no reason. And she gets on my nerves a lot. And I feel like I'm just nice to her because, I have my son, and I just want to see like what kind of advice you have to give me, like as to like how to like really truly forgive her and just be like nicer to her. But I just want to say thank you so much for being an inspiration. I love your music. I listen to you every morning on the way to work. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, thank you, Sasha. Thank you for your love and your support, especially with my music and my podcast and all that good stuff. Okay, so in regards to your mama, it sounds to me that you may have to heal your inner child, because I think as an adult, like, okay, I forgive my mom, I'm good, but then it's your inner child that still holds a little bit of resentment. Because you probably didn't have the best childhood because your mom was, addicted to drugs. You can't hold that against her though, because that's not going to help you move forward in your life either. I know it's a lot easier said than done. I understand. I get it. But that resentment is toxic for you. And you have to tap in and pray for that inner child that was neglected, and be compassionate with your mother, be compassionate with yourself. And it's going to take some time, but I think the more you practice it, the better, because living in the past, 1 foot in the past, 1 foot forward is not going to help you move forward faster or as fast as you could. You get me? So it's like, it's kind of keeping you stagnant. So I think you kind of just have to tell yourself, you know what? I'm willing. I want to start fresh. It's a new slate with my mom and I, because I think you probably snap at her because you're angry, and I get that. But that's still your mom, especially if she's apologized and if she's clean now. Like, everyone deserves a second chance and a second opportunity. And especially from her children, especially if she wants to be in your life and she's trying to correct things. I don't know. These are the questions that you have to answer. But I always say this: forgiving is a gift for yourself, and not holding that resentment, holding that baggage for the rest of your life. Like, you have to be like, you know what? Have compassion for your mom. You don't know what she was going through, the things that she needs to heal. And if she wasn't the best mom to you then, now she can be. You have to give her that opportunity and that clean slate. That's my suggestion. Just pray and pray for that little girl inside of you, and just hug her and say, okay, it's okay. Everything's fine. Your mom wasn't there, but now she is. And little by little, you can work on that relationship. I think it's possible. So anyways, keep me updated. Okay. All of you, thank you so much for your questions. And I hope that I was able to help in some way. And I love you guys. Okay. And for those of you that have a question or a comment, or you need some advice, please leave your question at speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast. That is speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast. I'll catch you here on the next episode of Dear Chiquis. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast, and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.